This is Cincinnati City Councilman Mark Jeffries. I am a first-term council member. My focus on council has been on what I call safer, cleaner, greener. A lot of just quality of life issues, making sure our communities are safe, especially around pedestrians, but also safe from guns. Cleaning up the city, litter, and green infrastructure and green transportation, as well as green investments. In terms of question number one, trying to do this all together, Chief Theegee's focus on improving police functioning and community relations. I am a huge supporter of the effort to use EPIC and Enable to make sure the police are accountable. Also been a supporter of alternative response model and increasing funding for that. We did execute a pilot, which was very effective in a couple of ways. First, just reducing conflict. We do know that when folks with mental health challenges contact the police, that it often escalates situations even more when police arrive. So having a social worker and a paramedic has proven as an effective way to de-escalate situations and make sure that everyone is safe as a result. So huge supporter of that. On question number two, the collaborative agreements and the Citizens Complaint Authority. We have on council, myself included, supported additional funding for the Citizens Complaint Authority. The number of cases are going down. And yes, there are two real objectives with that. One is to reduce the backlog, which we have to. It probably will never get to zero, nor I don't think do we want it to, because we want people to feel free to come forward if they do feel that there are cases of misconduct. But most importantly, we also want to make sure that people have the ability, that we look at all those cases and what have we learned? What systemic changes do we need to make? So that's the part that we haven't really been able to get to, and I'm really eager to push on that. What recommendations can we make to really change the system of how we police to make sure that it works for everyone? It works for citizens, obviously, but it also works for officers, that we're policing in a way that is the most effective way possible to protect and serve. The third question around housing and approach to public safety. Yes, there has been a lot of discussion around public safety being not just about police behavior, but really about addressing the root causes. And obviously, as we look at a lot of those root causes, they're multiple. The core being issues around poverty, for example, lack of access to transportation, lack of access to housing, and the like. And so investing in those, I do think we need to continue to take, and we are, to take a very holistic approach to addressing these challenges. And the police are going to be the first to say that we can't arrest our way out of crime. We can't arrest our way out of a lot of the challenges that we have around public safety. Most importantly, I think we need to focus especially around our youth. It is really, on the one hand, a positive trend that we are at a 10-year low in overall homicides. But when you dig a little deeper, our homicide rate among children in particular in gun violence has gone up, which is really problematic and very disturbing. So I firmly believe in the principle of a problem well defined is a problem half solved. And in this case, I think part of the definition is really understanding with our youth what is happening and how do we go deeper. So I have partnered along with my colleagues with Iris Rowley and others as we try to tackle this challenge. I mean, we're not unique, unfortunately, as a city in this. A lot of other cities are facing similar issues. And yes, while we have our hands tied on gun violence from the state level, that doesn't mean that we throw up our hands and say there's nothing that we can do. And so that's some of the challenges that we have there. The last thing I would say on that one is we have to continue to invest, especially with all of the federal dollars coming down the pipe, from the bipartisan infrastructure plan, the Inflation Reduction Plan, and others, that with those federal dollars come jobs. And a lot of those jobs are good paying union construction jobs, in laborers and iron workers, etc. And we have to prioritize making sure that we're training our youth on those jobs and giving them a pathway to a very successful life. On the question number 4, youth programming in public safety, this has been a big priority for me and this council. Frankly, we have invested a considerable amount in summer jobs. It's not just summer jobs, it's also keeping our pools open. The pools are a critical tool for our young people. I mean, for our very young, in the preteen time, place to hang out, a safe place to productively get off some steam, blow off some steam, but also for our youth. We need to give them opportunities in the summer to have a job, not just to learn about responsibility of having a job, but also in burgeoning fields. So the Biden administration just unveiled this youth environmental corps. We already have some of that here in Cincinnati. Groundwork Ohio River Valley is doing tremendous work in essentially establishing a youth environmental corps. So that is one of the things that I think we need to continue to push. And as I mentioned earlier, that also involves the unions in the trades, because frankly, college is not for everyone. College should be an option for everyone if they choose to pursue it, but it may not be, and that's okay. So I think we do need to make sure that we have those pathways. That means a partnership with the city, partnership with the private sector, partnership with a lot of nonprofits, including the United Way and others, to really make sure that we're giving our youth opportunity to succeed with job training, but then also mentorship. They need to be attached with mentors to make sure that they are set up to succeed and provide, for that network of support that all of us had as young people. I appreciate the opportunity to take a part of this. Thank you.